Forest schools is an alternative to the traditional school system. Traditionally in forest schools, classes are held totally outdoors, or majority of the time they're held outdoors. You'll see kids doing things like building fires, chopping firewood, collecting things from nature for their lessons, like maybe for math they'll be using acorns or rocks to count with. It's nature-based, so their lessons are going to be teaching about things that are happening in their environment. So in winter, you're going to be learning about migration and snow and ice and how that forms. In summer, you'll be learning about growth and weather systems and whatever's happening in your environment. It tends to be more individual, more slow-paced and self-paced. It tends to be more smaller class sizes and one-on-one teaching. Our class sizes are small. We have 14 students to 2 teachers, which is much smaller than any other form of alternative school or traditional school. We celebrate individuality. We encourage individuality, even if it's something that in other schools may be considered difficult to handle behaviors in a child. We welcome that and actually celebrate that here. I had a student, an 8-year-old boy, who had gone to traditional school in the past and it wasn't working for him, started coming to this school, and he's very smart, had a lot of energy, and halfway through his math lessons with me each day, he would kind of tap my arm quietly, and I would nod my head, and he would get up and he would run down the hill and run back up and sit down and finish his math lesson. School like this is able to give him that space and that ability to recognize when he needs to take a break, when he needs to go get some energy out, allow him to do that, allow him to come back and join the group when he's ready, without any shame, without any being forced to do something that he's not able to do. He needed to get his energy out. He went and he did that. He recognized that, and he was able to join back in later. We had a younger girl, she was about 7, typically developing, but she had a lot of anxiety around reading, to the point where she would hide if she had to read. She would cry. She just did not want to read. And it wasn't that she wasn't capable, it was just that she had a lot of stress because in her previous school experiences, it was something that not exactly sure why, if it was maybe the teachers or what, but she had just had a lot of anxiety around it and didn't want to read. So we were able to, going at her own pace and her own interests, we were able to get her at the end of the year actually excited about reading, wanting to read, and had made a lot of progress.